Okay, today's just like yesterday's. So on the first 8, there are 2 points, okay, that you got to find the midpoint. And the 9 through 16 is going to be the graphing ones. I just X-nayed the endpoints off there, and we'll focus on this. And then, obviously, I need to adjust my weekly schedule. So tomorrow is not going to be finding distance. It'll be doing the endpoints, and then so we'll shift that, which works out good because I really didn't want to do a test on a Monday. Like, nobody's really in the mood for a test on a Monday, so that kind of works out nicely. So on the day that we do a test next week, I will try to let you know so that way you make sure that you are here. Okay. But so yesterday we talked about midpoint. I cover, just so you guys know, I'm not a hot mess express all the time. Most, probably 3 or 4 days a week, I cover for, like, if the sub's not here yet. Mm-hmm. So this morning I was in Stuck's room for my entire prep. So then I get in here and I have to, like, set everything up and find everything. And so, just so you know. Okay, so yesterday we talked about the midpoint. What is midpoint? The point in the middle of the graph, or the point in the middle of something, okay? It could be the point in the middle between your house and my house, okay? It could be the point in between me to your desk, okay? Midpoint you can use for anything, and honestly, you're gonna use it in your actual life, maybe not in this context of like figuring out, but if you wanna meet somebody halfway, okay, or something. When I first met my husband, he lived all the way down in Anderson because we met in the Army. And it just so happened we were in the middle of Iraq, and he actually lived in Indiana, and so did I. So it was kind of crazy. And so when we first started dating, like, we would just drive like halfway to like a restaurant or something. Okay, halfway is midpoint. Okay, so it wouldn't be rational because he lived like an hour and a half away for me to drive 10 minutes and him to have to drive an hour and 20 minutes, right? So that's not really fair. He would totally do it, but that's not fair, okay? That's not the middle, that's not the halfway point for us to meet, okay? Sometimes you're gonna have to meet your parents in the middle about things, okay? Or if you split a bill with someone. So people think we're crazy, but me and my husband spend money very differently. You would think he's like a girl, okay? He likes to shop for stupid stuff, like it's usually like car parts and stuff, and I don't. I like to save my money. I spend it on my kid. That's about it. And groceries. So like we split a lot of bills. If you guys ever get an apartment with someone, you're gonna have to find the middle point of that rent to split it. Okay, so just some things to think about. So our formula from yesterday, okay, we have this. And I didn't do it wrong yesterday, but a little bit. What the heck is going on with my page, Freya?
I have another example of midpoint.
Yes, dear.
I was walking my friends to celebrate her birthday last spring, and we decided we were just going to meet halfway there.
Yep. Okay, so this part over here is definitely x comma y. What is the first part? What did we do yesterday?
Label.
Well, we need the formula.
We x1 plus x2.
x1 plus x2
Divided by
over 2, and it's really like a comma.
And y1 over y1 plus y2 over 2.
Perfect. Okay, so, and I hate to, like, I'm not nitpicking, okay? It's x sub 1, okay? Because if we say x1, like, especially if you're talking to a math teacher and you say x1, x1 means one location, or x2 means another location. X sub 1 means, like, a location away from this location. It's not your actual location, okay? So, you can't say, like, x1, okay, or y1. It's really x sub 1. And that's really, it doesn't matter, but the further in geometry that we get, that notation and the vocabulary really will matter when we're talking about x subs. Okay, so, Sammy, what's our first thing with the problem that we need to do? Label them. So we're going to say x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, does it matter which one I label x sub 1?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay, so if I label these all x sub 1, y sub 1, and then this x sub 2, y sub 2, it does not matter. Okay, so my x1 is 5 plus 6 over 2, comma, negative 10 plus 1 over 2. Okay, and we learned about how to type these in on the calculator yesterday. Did you guys do it on your own at all? It's a lot easier. Did you?
I was confused.
Huh?
But I got it.
Okay, so you gotta hit your little fraction button on your calculator, and then you add the tops, okay, and then put the bottoms on there. So for this one, I got 5 plus 6, and it's gonna be over 2.
11.
Okay, so you're gonna get 11 over 2 for your first coordinate, and that's totally okay. So it's still a fraction. That's okay.
Like this. I got this.
So I don't know how to change this, but you can have that. It gives you a mixed fraction first, okay? And the second one is going to be negative 10 plus 1 over 2, which is going to be negative 9 over 2. Okay, let's set the second one up. Bree, what's the first thing we need to do? Huh? Oh, x's and y's. So x sub 1, y sub 1. X sub 2, y sub 2.
Why am I always thinking of a submarine whenever you say sub?
Because math's super cool. Duh.
Maybe to you, doy.
It is to everyone in the world. People can act like they hate math, but you'll use math every single day of your life. For the rest of your life.
You do maths and everything, right? Maths and everything.
Math really is everything. Like, you literally cannot function in your life. I don't care what job you do. I don't care if you don't have a job. You use some form of math, whether that be money, paying a bill. You use some form of math in life.
Okay,
You
what
can
about
eat cooking.
eating cookies, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, these were fractions. Guess what?
yeah.
Guess what?
You gotta make the cookies.
Guess what? Guess what?
Okay, so Trevor, how are we gonna set this one up?
X1 would be 4.
4.
4 plus negative 3 over 2.
Perfect. Hannah, how do we set the other one up?
Negative 5 plus negative 9 over 2.
Perfect. Okay, we can just type those in on our calculator. So I got negative 4 plus 3.
Wouldn't
No,
it be
positive 4 plus negative 3
Wouldn't it be a negative 7?
over 2. It's going to be a 1 on the top. So
Dang it.
4 minus 3. No biggie. So, and then the next one's going to be negative 5 plus negative 9
Negative 14?
over 2. Yep, so it's negative 14 over 2, which is just going to end up being negative 7. Okay, so I got 1/2 comma 7.
So that's kind of right on the 7 scheme.
Okay, so go to number 9, 10, that back page with the graphs.
Oh no.
Okay, so look at number 9. It says find the midpoint of each line segment. Okay, so